Gotta speak up. I can't hear you. Hey, folks. Um, it's Friday and it's just dessert. That's it tonight. So tonight's live stream is kind of a new experiment to see how well things go. Um, the dessert I make tonight and subsequent Friday nights, if I decide to do it, will be specifically for the Saturday live stream. So, and the thing is, the reason I'm doing this is almost all the time with the dessert votes. It was something that needed to be made the day before, like a pie or a cake or any number of different things. So I thought, well, you know, part of the reason you all view is to watch me make what I'm having, and that isn't happening with the desserts. So I thought I'd try this. We'll see how it works. Tonight it is tiramisu. I put the vote out, I think, on Monday. I'm going to try and get the vote out each week, at least by Sunday, if not Saturday night, so that folks have time to vote for the dessert, because sometimes I'll have to close the voting a day or two ahead of time so that I have time to get ingredients or whatever the case. So, have we got anybody in the room?
We do. We have Ronald.
Hi, Ronald.
Natalie.
Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Welcome. Thanks for coming. I'm sorry.
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
And Steve.
Steve. Welcome, everybody. So I did start this last night by making the mascarpone cheese. That is something else that needed to be done ahead of time to do this. So, but I did make a short. So if you guys want to watch the short that I did today, or last night and today, for the mascarpone, go ahead and watch it when we're done streaming here. Super simple, 3 ingredients, and it's just unbelievably easy to make, and you shouldn't have to spend the high dollar that mascarpone cheese costs. So you gotta, it won't cost you any more than some heavy cream. So, all right.
Tammy's here.
I'm sorry?
Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. Welcome, welcome. First time on the stream. I hope you and Bill are doing well. Another local person down the road. Everything from us in this little town is just down the road. I mean, there's nobody lives very far from anybody here. So Tammy, I was just saying that I made a short video last minute of how I made my mascarpone cheese. If you want to watch that later, feel free. Super simple to make. And I got to start this tiramisu by making lady fingers. Ooh, the scary lady fingers. I'm going to put this oven on at 400. Can you guys hear me okay? I've got the fan going in front of me to help keep me from roasting alive.
Jessica says, do you mind if I grab my Diet Coke?
Jessica, you know, mi casa, su casa. Just help yourself. You don't need to ask, but thank you. I'm glad you did. Yeah, help yourself. Same thing with the rest of you. You want something cold out of the icebox to drink? We got it in there. You know, whether it's a Mike's Hard Lemonade or water, everything in between, beer, pop, tea, it's in there. Help yourself.
Tammy said that she'll watch that.
Okay.
And Jeannie is here.
Hi, Jeannie. Another neighbor. Hi, neighbor. Jeannie, I'll tell you, like I did everybody else, I made the mascarpone cheese yesterday. If you want to check my short videos, I put it out about 2 hours ago. How to make the mascarpone. Super simple, 3 ingredients. And I'm going to get started by making some lady fingers. Get off my butt here.
Jessica says, have you heard of the creepy YouTube channel, Salad Fingers, Lady Fingers? Reminded me of that.
No, I haven't heard of it, but
Salad Fingers, that's kind of funny.
yeah, I've never heard that. Maybe I'm glad I haven't. I don't know. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I got my oven going at 400. I'm going to separate 4 of these eggs. I got to tell you, folks, I'm feeling a little woozy. Last night was not a good night. Woke up at like 4 in the morning, violently ill. Haven't felt that great all day, but I made the mascarpone. So I don't want to kill my chances of having tiramisu tomorrow. That, and I'd hate to cancel the first of a live stream that may or may not work out. So, all right, so I need 4 of these, and I'm just going to separate them. My little egg separator works pretty good, except for the handle on it's too soft. It's kind of floppy. And I've had a couple of eggs just flop out of it into the egg yolk, or into my egg white when I don't want egg white.
Natalie says, I'm glad I could catch you live today. I'm usually working on Saturdays.
Oh, well, I'm glad you could too. I'm glad you could too. Yeah, we'll see. Might be able to do more of these Friday ones. We'll kind of see what happens here. All right, so we'll take these egg whites.
Jessica says, it's weird. I hate drinking coffee, but I love coffee ice cream in tiramisu, but I cannot stand drinking coffee.
That's not weird to me at all. I love bananas, banana flavored stuff. Banana bread, banana cookies, banana cake, banana popsicles, banana pudding. You name it. I like the flavor of banana, but I cannot stand to eat a banana. Yuck. It's like eating paste, like school paste. Yuck. All right, so I'm going to let that kind of start to get mixed up.
Ronald said, happy Saturday.
Hey, my nephew's here. Arnold? Happy Saturday. Sorry, hang on. 1 second. All right.
Ronald.
Oh, Ronald. I thought you said Arnold. Well, still, welcome. Glad you're here.
Jamie said, hope you feel better. It's too hot.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's just... All right, I'm going to check my notes here.
Tammy says that she has a Tupperware egg separator you can have if you want.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I need to resort to any drastic measures, but we'll see. Okay, so got 3/4 of a cup of sugar. I'm going to kind of divide it between the two. I can just add it into my egg yolk. Not much of a problem. I've got to let my egg whites whip a little bit. That's going to get noisy for a second. Told you. The only thing I don't like about doing this now is that 400-degree oven. I suppose I could buy lady fingers, but I think I'd just rather make my own. You know, they're expensive for what you get. Woohoo! Okay, egg whites are starting to get a nice little peek to them, so about a tablespoon or so at a time. I'm going to start adding the sugar, the other half of the 2/3.
Tammy said, I don't use it, as you know, I don't cook.
She doesn't use it.
Yeah, because she don't cook.
Well, okay. I guess if you don't want it, you won't use it. I'll use it. I got a little one that's about yay big with a little feet on it to hang across a small bowl, probably smaller than this. Not that great a one, so. Hey, but it's better than none. You're good.
Jessica says, by any chance, are you hiring any dishwashing people?
If you're willing to work for food, I'm hiring people that'll work for food. Another couple tablespoons and that'll be done. How we doing? Does that look good? Okay. All right, there's the last wrap. What's that? You can have
Jessica laughed at you saying work for food.
Sorry, folks. Between the mixers and the fan, Mrs. Old Guy's going to have to practically yell at me so I can hear. All right, so, you know, the instructions for the lady fingers, or the ingredient, I've seen a lot of, like, odd measurements, but I've never seen one that said 7/8 of a cup of flour. 7/8. You know, I'm not measuring a plank. So I would imagine it's about, you know, maybe 2, 3, couple tablespoons short of a cup. About there. Okay, there's my 7/8 of a cup.
Jessica says you're good at that blender.
What I'm good at is just about destroying it. I don't know how many times. Well, I adjusted it wrong when we got it. And the head was too low, so things would really bounce around. And this thing would bounce around, and I've had the paddle or the dough hook fall into the bowl while I'm mixing stuff, and it's just, I've had to fix this thing 2 or 3 times now. Okay, so I got to put in a little bit of baking powder, not much, yep, just a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Boink. Sift that out.
Jeannie says, are you two door dashing tomorrow evening?
You don't get my tiramisu. Oh, I don't know. We'll see how well this works and how much it makes. I might maybe a small piece. Okay, now before I lose what I'm doing, there's There's those egg whites. Knock this off a little bit. Knock it off. Oh, good shot. Half inch in front of me, and I still missed it. All right. Get this all right. So now it's a matter of folding these two together a little bit at a time. Takes a couple minutes to kind of mix it up, but believe me, the tiramisu that you get doing it this way, making it your own, much better than any store-bought, that's for sure. Okay. I'll fold it in. Yummy. Okay. If you're going to make lady fingers, you're going to need something to pipe it out of. If you don't have a pastry bag, just a good size Ziploc baggie, cut the corner off. It'll work. So I'll just continue to whip this, fold this in. Try to take it easy. I don't want to knock all the air out of my egg whites.
So have you made tiramisu before, or is this the first time?
I've made tiramisu several times. I think the last time I made it, I gave it to some friends here in town. He came up and helped me do some plumbing in my house and helped me build a wall that needed to get put in place of a gate. And so, as a thank you, I made spaghetti dinner and tiramisu for their family. I haven't made it since then, so it's been a little over a year.
Jeannie says a small piece is better than no piece.
Agreed. I can't argue that logic. All right, so that's got that pretty well folded in. And start with the flour a little at a time. Lady fingers are not scary to make. They just take a minute.
Steve said that he got 10 pounds of bacon yesterday for a cool $19.
10 pounds of bacon for $19. That's a very good deal. Is that from like a local market, or do you know somebody that raises hogs, or just curious? You know a gal that raises hogs, and I'm hoping I'm hoping the next time she has some available, I can get some pork belly.
Local market.
It's a heck of a deal. in a pinch that I dropped on the floor. This particular batch of tiramisu is going to be slightly different. A lot of them call for dark rum or some cognac in with the coffee. I prefer to use Marsala wine in the mascarpone filling. So. I thought about making it a chocolate mascarpone layer, a regular layer, then a chocolate mascarpone, but I think I'm just going to stick with the Marsala. All right. Get this out of my way.
Jessica said that she had mac and cheese with meatloaf for lunch.
Mac and cheese with meatloaf. That sounds good. That sounds good. We had burgers today.
Yeah.
In fact, that's all I had all day was a burger. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Thought so. All right. Now the fun part, getting it into the bag.
I might have ate a bowl of cereal.
Oh, that's right. A small bowl of cornflakes.
Yeah. That was not much.
No. Small bowl is right. I should know better than to do it this way. No, I just need to get smart. Work smarter, not harder, right? That'll hold it. This can make up to 2 or 3 dozen cookies, depending on how big you make them. Mrs. Old Guy wants tiramisu for dessert tonight. She might get a taste. Some ladyfinger with a little bit of the filling on it. I'm just going to make a big mess here. Couple more scoops. Almost got it. Ah! Oh no! So it's your fault that I just did that, Greg. Thanks. Oh, that's aggravating. Well, well, I'm glad he's not. Just kidding. Try to pick up off the table what I dropped.
He says, hey, watch that water catch.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've had cleaner transfers, but this will do. So, lady fingers about an inch or so apart. 4 inches or so.
Jamie says, looks amazing.
Well, I don't know about that, but I hope it tastes amazing. We'll see. So far, so good. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna get this first batch in the oven. And these will take 7 or 8 minutes. Start it with 7 and we'll see. Clean up my mess here. Clean my whisks. All over the table. About 1/3 of a cookie wasted. Oh.
That was your dessert.
Well, I know. I was gonna say that would have been a good cookie. Now it's not. Okay. I think while that is doing that, I'm gonna get a little bit ready for the mascarpone filling. I don't remember the Italian name for it, but the French term is a sabaignon, cooked egg yolks with sugar.
Jessica says it's quiet in here this evening.
Where did it go? It's quiet. Is that a bad thing?
Jeannie says maybe you're having too much fun.
Oh, you know it. All right, so we'll separate these. Come on. I'm lucky I caught that. There we go. It's funny, you can't get any egg yolk into the whites. It won't whip. But you'll be just fine if you get a little bit in your yolk. For what?
Oh.
For what you're doing. Oops. No sooner said than done. Ooh. Seen a whole bunch of people over the years, slurp down a raw egg. Never could do it. It's just something that I don't think my stomach would let me handle.
Jessica says she's super excited for fall and Halloween.
Are you? I like Halloween all right. I'm not excited about the fall. Not at all. I'm not a fan of the cold weather. I'm used to being in hot environments like kitchens. So when it comes to winter, I don't like it so much. Not so much. Alright, just got some water in here. A little double boil action. I guess I'll put the right pan in it. It won't do any good to double boil something that's empty. Make a note of that. My note says yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
That's what it said. Half a cup should. I actually want it to be a little more than that. Where'd I put it? I washed them off. There they are. All right. This will take a few minutes. If you ever make a Swiss buttercream, you do pretty much this, only with the opposite end of the egg. All egg whites and some sugar. You double boil it until the sugar's melted. If you stick your finger in it and rub it, if it feels smooth, you're good to go. And that's perfect for a Swiss buttercream. Like, yeah. And that was a choice this week, I think. Chocolate cake with Swiss buttercream.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Do you recall? Don't remember what the other dessert was I had up. So. The only thing about this is you do kind of keep at it. Otherwise, you'll just end up with a clump of cooked egg yolk. It's not very good. Just kind of add them away a little bit. Isn't this fun? Looking good. Looking good. Tomorrow night is, for those of you that maybe haven't seen, Monte Cristo sandwiches. That's going to be really good. And what was the side? Cheese soup. Cheese soup. So I might make a beer cheese.
Yep.
There's that. Well, I'm not real happy with that. They look a little dark to me.
Uh-oh.
Turn that tip down a little bit, I think. I can't really stop doing this, so cookies will just have to wait a second. I want to make sure that this is cooked. I don't want to put raw eggs in my mascarpone. Big thing, if you're going to do this, don't get any water in it. All right. This is looking like it's just about there. Looks good.
Jeannie says absolutely fun. I can't wait.
Say that again?
Jeannie said absolutely fun. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I have to. Okay, where did it go? as usual. Stuff getting used for dinner that I didn't clean off that I knew I needed. That's an aggravation point.
That was close. That burner hot.
Doesn't matter. Cookies are burned anyway. Okay. Well, let's try that again, shall we? That's really aggravating. I do need to have enough of these to actually make a tiramisu. One out of the 2 trays isn't going to cut it. I hope I got enough left. This stream might run longer than I want it to, because that's not going to give me anywhere near enough. I got to make another batch. What was a nice full bag, I keep hitting air pockets. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to get many. Oh, that is so frustrating. Whew. Have my back turned to you for just a second, guys. Crap. I don't want to make another batch.
Sorry.
Yeah, me too. It was so just infuriating. Burn the cookies. Arg.
Greg said he'll be right back. He's feeding the cockatoos. They're demanding their breakfast.
I think they lied when they talked about the size of the batch. There ain't no way you're going to get that many cookies unless you're making them that big.
Natalie says, I love your longer streams anyways. A great time.
Well, it's an aggravation this time, I'll tell you that right now.
Jeannie says, you got this.
Yeah, I know it. I got it. Thing is, do I really want it?
Jessica says, you got this. Just be positive.
I certainly wasn't expecting this. I'm going to make these, then I'll have way too many.
Dessert tonight. Waiting for
No, I don't want it in here. Arg. Okay. So when you're doing these, don't do what I just did. Otherwise, you'll be doing what I'm doing.
Dave. Good evening, everyone.
Dave, Paula, good evening, folks. Hey, you just came in time to see me have to make my second batch of ladyfingers since I burnt the crap out of the first ones. Oh boy. We'll try this again. Separate these egg whites from the egg yolks. I hope things are going well up there in Vermont. Come on, let go of it. There we go.
Jessica says as long as they're edible and taste good, that's all that matters.
Well, yeah, tasting good. Now there's the big part of it right there. Now, I don't know for sure because I've never had one, but I don't think tiramisu made with burnt cookies is like high up there on the flavor thing.
Joshua's here.
Joshua, happy Saturday or Sunday? No, Friday. What am I saying? I'm so used to being Saturday. Okay. So now we'll get that 3/4 of a cup again. Get those egg whites whipping. A little bit of that into my egg whites, about half of it, or in the yolks, about half. Okay, here we go again. Seems like I just did this. Alright. So, again, 4 eggs. Separated. 3/4 of a cup of sugar. It's going to be noisy for a minute, again. Woo! Nope, no stiff peak yet. Let's hope I don't have to pour out more. Those look better. Okay. Stiff peaks. Again, about a tablespoon at a time. Deja wow.
Dave said that they just got back from North Carolina and Pennsylvania. They've been away for 10 days.
Wow.
He says we got back and we are getting the remnants of Hurricane Debbie and under tornado watch as well.
Wow. Well, I sure hope you guys stay safe. Wow. What a time to get home, huh?
Yeah, it says if you have a timer on your phone, you should put it in your phone so that it goes off a little earlier than it's supposed to do everything. That's all.
I should have just known better than to, I know my oven and I know the altitude I'm at. I should have just thought about that rather than just going by the basic instruction.
Eli says, sorry I'm late.
Hey Eli, you missed an oh no. You did. Completely burnt my first batch of cookies. Bad enough that I'm having to make more.
Yeah? You still have batter on the table?
Spelt half of it on the table.
Not quite half.
No, not half. Just, maybe enough for a couple cookies. But I kind of did that last night, too. When I was making my mascarpone cheese, I was trying to put it in the fridge. Spilled, I don't know how much of it. Another one of those aggravations. Okay, so another 7/8 of a cup. 7/8 of a cup of flour. Never heard of such a thing. What'd I do with it?
You said Paula is watching that she loves tiramisu.
One of my favorite desserts.
Eli said, just blame it on Clea.
Say what?
Eli said, blame it on Clea.
Okay. So there's my flour. My 7/8 of a cup and a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Get that sifted out. I'm going to put it away in hopes that I don't have to pull it back out. And I could use a little bit more. A little bit more. All right. Okay. Egg whites, stiffed, beaked, sugared, all that fun stuff. Good enough. Whew. Get this out of my way. And just like last time, I'm going to start to fold these egg yolks in a little at a time. Seems like I just did this. I should be putting it together about now. Oh, that's okay. Just glad I had this stuff to make another batch real quick.
Eli says I gotta be up at midnight working up. I gotta get up at midnight working up the Flagstaff try to pop into a live stream on my break.
Yeah, cool. Well, that I appreciate you doing that. You're working, and I don't ever expect anybody, to be here. So if you show up on your break time, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Natalie does that, and I do appreciate it very much. All right, so
Lisa and Wildman are here.
Lisa Wildman. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. I'm not used to saying that. I'm used to saying Saturday. All right, we'll get those put in here. Okay.
Just wants to know how the fur babies are.
They're doing just fine. We, for a while, we thought that, Chumley had lost a bunch of fur on his side. Probably, like, maybe 18 inches long, about 2 inches wide. And so we took him to the vet, of course, figuring out what's going on. And she started him on some thyroid pills and said that chances are that his fur isn't going to grow back. But it is. It's almost completely grown back in. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, let me get these cookies off. See if they, what color they are on them. This was the one that I got out of the first batch. Much better. They kind of join together a little bit, but that's okay.
Eli, since I'm off the Texas Z's, I'll watch the rest of the replay on the road. Have a good dessert.
Hey, Eli, have a good night, buddy. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Think this next couple, I'm going to throw some parchment paper on this tray. That was an owl. No, the burner's still hot. Yeah, these came out much better. This is just fine. I can live with this. I can live with that. Slide these in here. It's gonna take a bunch of them cookies, so. Okay. So, Dave and Paula, I don't know if you probably didn't hear at the beginning, but I did make the mascarpone cheese. I made it last night, and I did a short. So if you want to see how I did that with the 3 ingredients, it's there for you to watch. What am I doing?
Dave just said, hey guys, can't stay long as we're cooking hot sauce tonight and tomorrow, as we're really busy the next 3 weeks for shows. Everyone have a great night.
Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you popping in. Hello to you all, and I sure hope you have a good cook. Hope things go well. All right. This at least should help with the next batch. All right.
Johnny's here.
Hey, Johnny. Welcome. You're right.
Oh,
It's okay. You're in time to watch me make another batch of lady fingers since I boinked the first one, at least half of it anyway. So we got some egg whites, egg yolks with some sugar in it, a little bit of flour, a little bit of baking soda or baking powder, and we're just gonna fold that in together to make our cookies. Made mascarpone cheese last night. I got a short on that. If you want to watch, 3 simple ingredients.
Jeannie says she's so happy that Chunk's hair is growing back.
Me too.
Yeah, I was surprised when I noticed it. I told Tom, oh, it's growing back.
I was surprised and happy. That's my boy.
It's growing back fairly quick.
It is. Over the last 2 weeks, it's almost grown completely back. Just a small area remains.
Jessica says her cat is losing a lot of hair because it's aging.
Unfortunately, they do that. Okay. Sugar. The flour is in. Now, the trick is to get this into the bag again. And that went so well the first time. I know you didn't see it, Johnny. I was trying to fill the pastry bag and almost had it full, and it tipped over and started spilling out my cookie batter here.
Lisa said, keep up the good work, Tom.
Well, I'm trying. I am trying. All right. I'm not going to mess with that cup. So this will take just a second to kind of fill this darn thing. A little at a time.
Back.
Welcome back, Greg. Welcome back. Huh? I'm not going to spill it this time. I'm just going to all over. Come on. All right. Be that way.
Jessica says, maybe it's because you didn't do your mating call for luck, LOL.
Well, Jessica, there's a reason that I don't use my mating call for luck, because I've never had any luck with my mating call. So I've got that to deal with. All right. Almost got it. I've managed to keep almost all of it in the bag this time. This is the first Friday night stream I've had. So it is kind of a strange feeling. Okay.
gonna go see Wolverine and Deadpool on Sunday.
I've heard about it. Not real familiar with the Deadpool character. But it sounds like a fun movie, so... when I can watch it for nothing. I'll give it a view. Okay. Takes a fair amount of ladyfingers to get a decent tiramisu built. Call it a dessert lasagna, kinda, huh?
So Jessica wants to know what the temperature is here right
Probably in the mid 80s or so. Maybe 90s still. It's been pretty warm.
now. It's 76 is what's going on.
Well, how about that? Feels like about 105, but I'm sitting next to a 375 oven here. Or not sitting next to it, I'm standing next to it. Okay.
Greg said that in Sydney it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow, that's actually kind of a cool temperature, isn't it? 76.
Lisa said, LOL, Tom Wildman said you don't have games.
I don't have what?
Games.
Games? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't. I can put them away. Get my hands rinsed off. I'm going to need my mixing bowl back so that I can mix the mascarpone filling here.
Greg said it's starting to warm up there. Uh-huh.
No, yeah, you are in your. I forget that you're in winter time there. Mr. Future Man. Oh. Mascarpone cheese will be making a show here pretty quick. Woohoo! Let's get rid of this. Yeah, boy. About 1,000,000 degrees in here. Okay, it's not that hot. It's only 999,999 degrees. Can you see my lady fingers? I've never met a single lady ever that had a finger like that. I'm just saying. I don't know why they call them lady fingers. I've never seen a lady with a finger like that, ever. I I don't think they exist. I really don't. If you know a lady whose fingers look like that, my guess is she's probably got really bad arthritis.
Yep.
Really bad. I mean, crippling your hand stuff. Okay. So, I like to take a little bit of sugar before I would use my spice grinder. This will work just as well. A little bit of instant coffee. I don't measure it, just a nice pinch. Get it mixed up really well here. A little bit of cocoa powder. Again, I'm not going to be too worried about measurements. Okay. And I'll use this for the top of the tiramisu. Hi. This can's probably just about empty.
Great says XY fingers, maybe?
Maybe. You know more about it than I do. It's your world, Mr. Future Man. I'm just trying to live in it. Man who lives in the place that it's already tomorrow. He literally lives in Tomorrowland.
Jessica says that she's always wanted to watch a YouTuber make tiramisu.
You have? Well, I'm glad that I could make that want a reality. Cut these apart here. Get them stacked up. And here's my coffee. Really strong, a little bit of sugar. How much time is on here? Oh, well. Well, that was nice. I said it, but it didn't. It stopped after like 3 seconds. But I caught it okay. They look all right. Woohoo! Now let's see if I can get them off the paper. What are we looking?
Jessica says, except this salad finger lady, if you watch her, she kind of has those type of fingers. Laugh out loud.
Salad finger lady.
Yeah.
Hey lady, you got salad fingers.
Kevin says, are you sure he was Bill and I?
Am I going to share with you and Bill? Oh boy, I got to share with Bill and Tammy and Jeannie and Cliff. And if I'm lucky, we'll have a piece. I don't see why I can't get a piece down to you guys.
We'll be DoorDashing to
Yep.
Like brain block from
Fady lingers. And if I have more lady fingers than I need, it's okay. Just a snack to have later.
Jessica says we should play a game like Would You Rather.
Would I rather?
Yep.
Like, would I rather have goulash or spaghetti? Is that what you mean? Because really, that would be a silly one. There's no difference except for the shape of the pasta, pretty much. Get the last of these cookies going. And I knew this, that there would be, because I had to make that second batch, I'm going to have more than I really need. It's okay. That is okay. All right. The Sauvignon has thickened up really nicely. All right, let's bring out some mascarpone.
Jeannie says she can't wait.
Aha. Very little. So you drain it into a bowl. You get just the very smallest amount of whey out of it, just a little bit. And that's okay. I've seen videos where they say that using ultra pasteurized cream doesn't always give you a good result, but I've had nothing but good results. Give you a look at that. So basically Italian cream cheese there. Super simple to make, and it's a lot cheaper just to make it yourself. So I need a couple of cups, and there's at least that there. It's easy to clean up a little bit that's on there. Just kind of scrape it off. Kind of like cleaning off a cream cheese packet. Try and get all that I can. Without throwing it on the floor. Same thing with this one. See how well that turns out?
New Image Landscape and Concrete too.
Well, welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome to my first Friday stream. Making, tiramisu. And I just got through putting in the bowl my homemade mascarpone. Really super simple. 3 ingredients to make it. And is about half the price of buying it at the store. So just the cost of the cream is pretty much all you're paying for.
Jessica says yes, like, do you prefer Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
She asking me if I say that again.
That's what she's talking about, that game. Would you rather
Oh, would I rather have
Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Kind of like that, like
Gotcha.
you were saying.
right? We can play that if you want. I'm not always good at playing games, but I'll try. All right.
What are you sorry for? Tammy enough to be sorry for?
And I've just got a little bit ahead of myself here, and that's okay. I just want to put this mascarpone in here for a minute. I got to whip some cream separately. So I'm going to need a couple of cups.
Jessica says, do you prefer regular cake or angel food cake?
Regular cake. How about you?
New image likes regular cake too.
Regular cake's always better. Never have been fond of angel food cake. I'd rather eat devil's food cake. What does that say? Something bad about me? All right. Let's get this cookie rolling. Didn't set the timer again. Oh, I know it. What am I thinking? Sorry for the loud noise there, guys. It'll be a couple of minutes. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, we get about 6 tablespoons of powdered sugar in there. I'm going to do 3 at a time. That's a little helpful hint. If you use powdered sugar instead of regular sugar, like when you're doing a pie or something, the chances of it weeping are a lot less. The cornstarch in it will help absorb that extra moisture. Just an FYI. Okay, so now our mascarpone.
Natalie made tacos tonight for dinner.
Yummy! I like tacos. Or is it like just a regular kind of ground beef taco? That's my favorite.
And the tacos are great.
Okay, so there's the mascarpone and the whipped cream together, and I'm going to add the sauvignon, egg yolks, and sugar cooked.
Little Miss Polly break. That was.
Get that in here. Okay. Close enough.
That one said yes, grumpy.
Huh?
That one said grumpy.
Ground beef. Yep. Okay, that looks really good. Okay.
That's right, Greg. She's surveying the situation. She likes to lay right in back of your feet when you're in the kitchen cooking.
Rinse myself out of bowl.
And that one said lots of hot sauce.
You like it hot? Hot sauce or just like a Taco Bell type hot sauce? Does that make sense? Okay. So there's my mascarpone filling. And I want to take about half of it out. What do I do with it? Okay, that'll work.
Natalie said Louisiana hot sauce is her favorite.
It's okay. I like it all right.
Jessica says R.A.P. headphone users, LOL.
Say what?
Jessica said R.A.P. headphone users, LOL.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. All right. So to the other half of this, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of marsala, a quarter cup to everybody else. A couple at a time. Beautiful. Keep your marsala cold, folks. It'll stay a lot longer if you do. Oh, that was a nice job. Still making a mess.
That is
Nope. Okay.
Jeannie said, sorry, Cliff and Buddy just got home, had to help bring in dog food.
Ah.
No problem. Welcome back.
And there's the last of the lady fingers. Yay. Okay. We're almost ready to start putting this thing together. Woohoo! Start with just kind of dusting the bottom of this pan with the powdered cocoa. Don't need a ton of it, but just enough to kind of cover the bottom. All right, we'll be back to that. Got to get my bag ready again. What did I do with it? Open it. because there's no fat to speak of in the cookie, it was easy enough to rinse this out without having to take it apart and wash it. Okay, give it a little bit of a dry. I'm going to start filling this bag. So this first layer will be just regular mascarpone filling. And the other half will be with the marsala. If you're making this and you're unsure that it's going to be set up firmly, you can always dissolve a little bit of unflavored gelatin, mix it in really well. That will assure that you get a good set. All right.
You said totally saw Polly, love it.
She's a good girl. Okay. Let's sit down for this part, at least for a minute. So there's that coffee, and like I said, it is like triple strong. A little bit of sugar. I'm just start dunking my cookies, lady fingers, and just start building it up. Don't really want to soak them, just give them a quick dunk to pull them out. Otherwise, you could end up with a really kind of a soggy tiramisu. None of these fingers are like the same as all the rest. So it's going to be kind of a puzzle to fit them all into the bottom here, but that's okay. This is the fun part, putting it together. You want to try and make at least 2 layers of the lady fingers if you can. So depending on the batch you want, how big of a tiramisu, that's, depend on everything else. Size of the pan you use, etc., etc. Okay, can you guys see that all right? So now, this first layer, that is a good side suggestion. Yeah, a good side suggestion. That's really good. All right, let's kind of smooth it out a little bit. Another layer of cookies or fadey lingers. Just a quick dip. The cookies are still fairly moist. A lot of the lady fingers, when you get them from the store, they're dry and crunchy. So it takes a little more moisture, but if you're making them, yeah, just a quick dip is all it takes. So far, despite the fact that I burnt those first cookies, this has been going all right. Oh yeah, it's working out very nicely. Just about the right amount of coffee. Not too many extra fingers. Okay, there's that second layer. I think maybe I can squeak in one more row on this side. Use a couple of more of these lady fingers if I can. Close enough. Okay. There you go. All right. I'm not going to bother with the bag. Is it good?
Yeah.
Now try taste with the marsala. You're welcome. Is it good? Not too much marsala? Good.
Brad 32, sir.
Hey, Brad 32. Happy Friday. We're just coming up to the tail end of making this homemade tiramisu. This layer's got marsala wine. Oh, just get out of here. That tastes so good. Ooh, that just made my tongue slap the back of my head. Damn, that is mighty tasty. All right, guys, coming up to the finishing touch here.
Brad said thank you. Good evening.
Okay, so again, for those of you that may have missed it, the recipe and the technique to make the mascarpone cheese, I did a short earlier. Check it out. It is really very simple to do.
Greg said, I'm so glad that you licked that knife. Thank you. I'm not alone.
No, I lick the knife, even a sharp one. I just do it carefully. You know, it don't look as pretty as some as you see in a restaurant, but I guarantee you, that's gonna taste a whole lot better. And it's just gotta sit down overnight. I'll cover it with some plastic. This is old guy. So I got a cookie. Let me see if I can get you just a bite here. A little bit of both. And just a pinch of that cocoa shell. What I had in there, if you missed that, instant coffee, cocoa powder, and regular sugar. Give that a try.
Princess, lovely.
Yum. Hey, I got a yum.
Like it?
Okay, now I get to try it.
Princess, the chef table treats are there.
This is just like miles better. Unless you're going to a restaurant that makes it themselves.
Yep. What are you doing, Chumley? You silly boy.
Wow. That is 100% delicious. And I believe we're going to kind of wrap it up. The tiramisu is made. It is Friday night, just dessert. First one. Thank you folks for coming in and hanging out. It seems to have went all right. So as time goes by, we'll see about maybe doing a few more of these Friday night just dessert. And I think I'm going to get out of here. So I hope to see you all tomorrow night when we enjoy some of this delicious tiramisu. And yes, I'll do a DoorDash to my friends. Why wouldn't I? Okay, y'all take care. We'll see you tomorrow night. And as always, please get out there and do something good in your neighborhood. Give back somehow, some way. Y'all take care. Bye-bye. Well, even with having to start that over, I still managed under 2 hours.
Yep.